My friends, welcome to another episode of the Nuclear Heatwave Wrestling Podcast, brought to you by Mafia Sports Report. I, as always, am Dr. Love, and of course, over here we've got my brother from another mother. We got the boss, Bronson.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I found my debit card. You know, debit
card.
I didn't even know it was missing.
Yeah,
I went to Walmart and I tried to pay for some stuff, and it wasn't there. Find out I left it at my favorite Coney Island. So
hey, that was the best case scenario. Sauce, best case scenario. So that's good. I'm glad. And of course, who's joining us again this week? We have this guy. Look at this guy.
This guy.
Oh, of course. And of course, we've got our chat here. Look who we got. We got D-Town guy in the house. What's up? What's up with you, man? And as you can notice, I am not a doppelganger. I am not a variant. I am not any multiversal version of Dr. Love. Or maybe I am. Who knows?
Mirror Universe Dr. Love. But he already has a goatee.
Listen, he is the SmackDown. Listen, he is the SmackDown manager of Flavortown. Okay. And I just want to say, what a difference lighting makes. Like, I just basically got the smart bulbs in my place, and holy crap, that ain't bright.
It literally looks the opposite for me because, unfortunately, I'm running with the ring light is down for the count. I'm pretty sure it's
Dungeon of Doom in here.
Yep. So now it's almost like we've reversed here a little bit, but that's okay. I think my hair will brighten up a little bit.
It is. I'm getting a tan from it.
That works.
Good on you, though.
That works. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. But anyway, so we had some more wrestling, of course, this weekend, and and here we go. We have the Impact Bound for Glory. Now, before I go into the show, though, I marked out because the fact of the matter is, at the end of the show,
the Sunday night heat of a paper.
They're bringing back TNA wrestling. Mind you, I've always referred to it as TNA. It was TNA Impact. No. TNA Total Nonstop Action is coming back in January.
Is it different than Impact?
It's the same. They're just bringing back the old TNA Total Nonstop Action name because before, because it was NWA TNA, then TNA, then like TNA again, then TNA Impact, and then when they rebranded again, they just made it Impact. They dropped the TNA.
It's a porn perfume on a pig. It's fine.
Oh, and there we go. This guy.
Don't worry, fellas. I have the preview. I have the grid up in a minute. Long story short, two things happened. The reason why we got on a little late. One, I was trying to figure out how to get this stupid HomePod kit to work as like a surround sound system. And two, normally I'm not the type of person who talks about what they do outside of here as far as like,
he's a very private man.
Yes.
Well, for the internet, but long story short, I spent the hour. So I was trying to go to Best Buy, and
it's a ghost town. It's like a ghost town. You're like, hello.
Isn't it sad?
Hello.
It's sad.
I was trying to go to Best Buy, and for some reason I turned the wrong way, trying to think I was doing a shortcut, and come to find out this dude needed some help. And long story short, basically we spent the hour I'm trying to help him get his car jumped. So I put a bunch of cables, whatnot, and then I guess he was waiting for his buddy to come. So basically, I stood there for almost an hour, trying to, help the guy out. When eventually we got it going, so which made me late to Best Buy, which made me late picking up my other HomePod speaker, and then fighting with these stupid speakers trying to get it to work.
Oh, well, at least you're a nice guy. Sauce, nice guy right there. Nice guy.
I'm a terrible human being. Nobody else do you.
And a Mafia Sports,
we do have a in the house. We got and as of course, if you yes, well, right back. We'll rarely ever you. But
listen, I'm a brass ring degenerate. Okay, they don't try to
the heavyweight championship match first.
Yeah, just because this guy wants to do it first, we'll do it first. But we're gonna, with the Bound for Glory show, we're gonna do the Impact TNA World Championship match first. So, champion, the current reigning, defending champion, Alex Shelley defended against Josh Alexander. And
Josh Alexander's awesome. I really like Josh Alexander.
So as we'll talk, so what we'll do is we're going to talk here for a second. The returning Josh Alexander as
the longest reigning Impact champion.
Yes, 2-time champion.
How long
longest
for?
Like 355 days. So that was the longest for TNA / Impact.
I forgot because everybody changed it like every other a week there for a while.
For a bit. Yeah. But he gave legitimacy to the belt at a time when it was very much needed. So with all that kind of going on, his return was great. Everyone was hyped. A belt he never lost.
And seeing how over he was coming back, I should have guessed the outcome better on this one.
Yeah.
Even though I think, I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah, I mean, the match itself was interesting because you have two different kinds of fighting wrestling styles. You got Josh Alexander's big, beefy,
agile. Looks like a legit wrestler, and the other guy looks like somebody that's on a high school basketball team.
I was going to say it looks like a guy who graduated who's still there, a la Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, exactly.
He's kind of got that look like, hey, guys, you want to play some b-ball after school? Like, how old are you?
How you do, fellow kids?
Hey, kids. Sideways hat. And
that's what I like about high school girls. I keep getting old. Oh
my God. I mean, the match. To me, the match was okay.
It was weird.
It was okay, but it was, I guess I hated the finish. The finish was a clean finish, and didn't expect it. I mean, that was just a very
is he a heel? Is he a face? I don't know.
That was the big thing because Josh Alexander comes in as the face,
and it popped for him so hard.
Yep. So it was very weird seeing.
I think he got booed when he won. I think when he went over, he got booed.
He did because there was nothing that happened. It was
a straight up match.
It was a match,
and as refreshing as that is, in this situation, you would need something like that because I'm sorry, man. This wasn't David versus Goliath on this one. It was just like Alexander, like I said, he's solid, man. Like I always like watching him wrestle.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. The ending was very weird, but
so weird.
I don't know. The match still was pretty good. It's still pretty good. So to me, match wise, if I had to give it any kind of score, I'm going to give it a 3.5. I'm giving it a 3.5.
Give it a 2.
And of course, here's our scale. That's Mr. Sauce Bronson. We came up with. But a 3 basically did their job. They did their jobs. They did their job.
I'm gonna give him a 2.
A 2. So this guy's gonna say.
It's not just he who shall not be named. But
Voldemort.
But also the thing with Alexander is, man, like I've seen him put on barn burners before in this one.
Yeah, I mean, and that's exactly what you're talking about.
It wasn't a Ronda Rousey Shayna Baszler match.
Oh my gosh! Oh,
but then again,
please. Oh no. So, Sauce, it looks like you're in agreement with me on that. Looks like you're going for the 3 headlocks on that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Spoiler alert. I thought this pay-per-view was okay. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't nothing to write home about. It happened. You know what this pay-per-view reminded me of? It was like watching an indie show on pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the whole show felt like an indie show. It wasn't like something I would pay for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm watching it. I'm just like, But like the main event, I'll say it's pretty decent because they did cut one match, so they gave these guys more time.
Well, speak about the match. The match actually did happen just as a dark match before the pay-per-view.
What was it?
Excuse me. So the women's tag team or women's knockout tag team match, MK Ultra versus Deonna Purrazzo and Tasha Steelz. It ended up being a dark match before the show started. Didn't know that until literally I looked this up. For whatever reason, they cut it. I don't know. Maybe, like we said, to give more time for everyone.
Did that count toward the scoring?
It did not. It's not on the main card. It does not count.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
That's always the rule, my friend.
I did not know this.
Trust me, that's happened plenty of times where people are like, that counts. It's like, it's not on the main card. You know? So yeah, I mean, I gotcha. I'm picking up what you're putting down for that.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But so moving on, we do have the I like how you just blacked it out right there. Oh God. So we're gonna go with let's just talk about, because it was fun. We're gonna go with a call your shot gauntlet match. Okay.
I'm gonna give it 3 because it wasn't what I expected.
So first and foremost, this was not a gauntlet match. This was a battle royal where they end in a match. So, which is okay. There's 20 people, that would have taken forever. Mm-hmm. But this was intergender. The winner gets any title shot they want within the first year. So it's in a glorified Money in the Bank.
And it being intergender, that's another reason why I gave it a 3. Yeah, I'm actually getting closer to 2.5. Because I'm sorry, I mean, like, the Jody Threat was in this, right?
Yep, Jody Threat was in it.
She's a friend. She's awesome. If she went in the ring with Jake Something should have powerbombed the shit out of her. Throw her out if he was if he was being a heel or anything like that. I'm sorry. This isn't like Tessa Blanchard. Like, that's another reason why I don't have any respect for, like, Impact. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Well, so the match area only had 15 people announced at the time of the show, and then at least 3 of those people didn't even show up. So they ended up having several more people come in there.
Who were they?
So they had Champagne Singh, Mahabali Shira, the Shira Sheikh. He didn't end up being in the match.
Say a man from Dragon Ball Z.
So they had surprise entrances like Juventud Guerrera.
The Juice has come back.
They had Johnny Swinger. Johnny Swinger.
I do like Johnny Swinger.
Oh my gosh. It was ridiculous
too.
Swinger
Swinger's awesome.
They had Jonathan Gresham looking so short against every single person in that ring.
Tiny.
I think Darby Allin is taller than him. I'm pretty sure.
I want to see a match between the two.
Oh my gosh. Would you like to see a match sauce of Darby Allin versus Jonathan Gresham?
Get in the comments, folks.
Yeah.
Get in the comments.
I know my dream match, and I know we're not supposed to include people that are no longer here with us. Oh. But I would have loved him versus a Crash Holly match.
Oh yeah, Mad Mikey.
Oh yeah,
now, people laugh at that at first, but them two they'll put on a barn burner because Crash can go.
And they got similar. They had body style.
What are you talking about, man? Crash was 400 pounds.
400 pounds. Yeah,
that was one of the best gimmicks ever. Super heavyweight.
It was really cool. So the gimmick. I literally said gimmick battle royal. They should bring that back. I'm not gonna lie. We do have a chat here. We got Chad.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you. Okay. So it looks like with this match, though, again, the idea is it's intergender over the top rope elimination. Thank God, because just at least to get it flowing.
Yeah,
moving. They had Jake Something in there. That was actually pretty.
He was a bright spot in that match. Like I said, I know Jake. He works shows that I've been working with lately, and the guy is solid. He's stacked. He's built, and he can move, and everything he does is sound. Man, they should really push that guy.
Yeah, he was good. He was good. Lasted a long time too in the match. It was just weird because you had randomly Crazy Steve Callant came out there, not in the match. And then he has a feud with Tommy Dreamer. So Tommy Dreamer comes out there with a ponytail looking like he's lost from his second job at Applebee's as a cook.
I would think
/ dishwasher.
I thought more like used car salesman, but whatever works.
Yeah. Well, it's funny we say that. He did work at a Texas Roadhouse for a while because he would come out with a Roadhouse shirt he would wear in the back. Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
That too. But it was it was interesting with some of the people, like Giselle Shaw was there. She does the gimmick very well, the real prissy gimmick. They did the whole kind of like her getting eliminated and then her entourage held her up and pushed her back in.
Oh, you mean like boys from
yes, like the boys. Yeah,
the boys from
they're not.
from
Hey,
Ring of Honor.
they're not as good as the boys.
No,
no one's good as the boys.
no.
Okay.
Or as I used to call it,
I used
to call it the Spirit Squad save.
No, yeah, Spirit Squad.
Yep, there you go. So you had a lot of people in this match. Jody Threat, like you had mentioned, and then not Pete Williams. I'm sorry, Eddie Edwards was in it. Really?
Eddie Edwards, the winner of the match,
was
spoiler alert.
Oh yes, of course. Well, of course, that's already here. So Jordan Grace wins the match because you could kind of see it once the match kind of started progressing because Bully Ray was there. Bully Ray's already had a very kind of this big feud on and off with Jordan Grace. And once you kind of saw that, I was like, Jordan Grace is going to be in it with him.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool seeing that though, because he just would throw her down, whip her, chop her, but then she pulled that out of nowhere. That basically Michinoku driver basically on him. It was pretty good. It was pretty cool.
What's funny is you look at Bully Ray compared to him being Bubba Ray Dudley.
Yeah.
In WWE, and just how much more brutal he is in Impact.
Especially because he's allowed to do his own thing.
He's allowed to do his own thing because he can be like, you know what, piss off. I just won't work here. And they're like, no, whoa. You're a name. We need you here. We agree.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you on that. It's especially when he was here, then they had that Aces and Eights group, which
it got so big. It got NWO big.
Well, the biggest problem was that they did the whole Bully Ray's against them. Oh my god!
He was the leader.
I was the leader all the time, which storyline wise didn't make sense because you guys literally fought each other. So you mean you had people beat you up? Like what?
I called it the Bischoff paradox.
I'd say more Russo.
Bischoff. No, I'm talking like Bischoff was against the NWO. It turned out he was with them.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good point.
Yeah,
there you go. But basically, at the end of the match, Jordan Grace wins. Made sense. Really, if it was only going to be Jordan Grace, Eddie Edwards, maybe Jody Threat, because if they're pushing new women talent,
they are. And Jody's solid. She's very good.
Oh, this is fun. So yeah, my precious puppy here wants to play. So if you keep hearing a little.
It's a wiener going my shoulder.
Yep, sorry about the wiener just went my face. So. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Hey, we'll check it out on diners, drive-ins, and dogs. And dogs.
I will say, I'm giving this about a 3.5, only because I got to see Matt Cardona come out and do his thing. And that was very cool.
He hasn't signed with Impact either, though.
No, he's definitely kind of on doing his own thing everywhere.
Blame him, man. He's I like Cardona. He's the best thing going on in the Indies right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to give this three headlocks because again, it was especially for Matt Cardona, seeing Jordan Grace do her own thing, Brian Myers turning on Matt Cardona and seeing how upset he was. That was pretty. These fun little spots here. The Sunny Kiss returning. I'm not really a fan of it, but Bully Ray, they did the whole Devon spot
thing. Where you
yes, I know. Yes,
don't get me wrong. First time I saw it, I laughed pretty hard. But I'm like, man, that guy's got pink eye now.
That guy's got pink eye. It's Lord. So all in all, it was actually more fun than. Let me put it this way. I guess if I had to say this, the battle royal that happened at SummerSlam, except for the fact that LA Knight won, which I was happy. This was more entertaining than that. Because there were some fun spots here, some people returning. That was cool to see.
You said that's better than the Battle Royal that LA Knight won?
Well, except for the fact that he won the match. Because that Battle Royal there wasn't anything in the Royal that really did anything. To me.
Yeah, valid point.
That was my only kind of things on it. So
Yeah.
There we go. Smooth.
Oh,
look. And it looks like we got Joshua Wilcox in the house.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you. So let's see. Moving on here, we do have. Let's just go up from the bottom up.
Right. I just wanted to get that crap match out of the way.
Oh, I know. Oh, wait, hold on. We got Wiener coming in. So we got the Monsters Ball match. which basically is just a hardcore match.
I don't really remember who won this one.
So you have the winner, PCO, versus Moose versus Rhino versus Steve Macklin.
I really wish they'd push Rhino again. I like Rhino.
I had picked Rhino, really thought Rhino was going to win because he was waiting in near the end. I was just waiting for him to slide in and gore someone.
Yeah.
But
and his gore, you say what anybody else's gore. I like Rhino's gore the most because it looks really sloppy and really awesome.
Yeah. Oh,
like a Rhino.
Speak about yeah. We got Jessica in the house. Yeah, let me talk to you.
Real quick to those two. Hey, I hope you enjoy your guys' date night.
Yeah,
date night.
Will we come crash it tonight? Who knows? Stay tuned for the next episode of Dragon Ball Z to find out.
We've been bantering for 30 minutes. What are we going to do now?
I know, right? But with this match, though, it hardcore match. There's several things I'll take away from it. One, I don't know what Moose was wearing. Moose had these like tights that were plaid, red, white, and black plaid.
Now, would you say
long tights? It was very weird. Or like they looked like jammies or something.
Do they fall in the category of HBK Brown pants?
Oh, no, it was burgundy. Well, no, let me listen.
He's talking about how bad
Moose looked like he woke up, went to Walmart at 2:00 in the morning and said, "Oh crap. It's not 2:00 in the morning. I got a wrestling match to go to." That's basically what he was wearing.
And I spent all my money on my handsome cream.
It was weird for a hardcore match. Like you're ready for a hardcore and you're wearing that. Like, what are you wearing that for? That's so weird.
I mean, to be fair, it's a hardcore match. I mean, we see people show up in even stuff that's crazier. So.
I mean, like you see somebody showing up with blue jeans and sleeveless shirts in a hardcore match. That's one thing.
Or like overalls or something.
Yeah, something that makes sense. But you show up like you just rolled out of bed.
It was very.
Hey, maybe the pajama pants made them more aerodynamic. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't see a lot of protection happening from them jammies.
Let me tell you.
Listen, he decided to jam in them jammies. That's all.
Jammies. Jammy jammer.
I'll give something here. Apparently, according to one of our other fellow Dudleys, PCO is getting ready to retire. And let me tell you, this guy's 55 years old. And did you see some of the bumps this guy was taking? I mean, he took that back body drop off the over the top rope onto the ladder, bent the ladder, didn't even break the whole ladder, just bent it. Then he took that spot on the concrete slab. Like they put all those thumbtacks out, they choke slam him, and he like misses all of that, and his head like smacks the concrete. And then he does like the somersault, like the senton, and he just lands right on the top of Moose or Rhino. Oh my gosh. This guy, I'm like, how are you moving right now? And I get his gimmick. He's got the Frankenstein gimmick. Hey, look, I think it's better than his Quebecer's gimmick. I'm just saying. Come on.
Well, that's not hard saying. Only the Quebecers could pull off the Quebecers.
Oh gosh.
They didn't even do it well either.
They didn't. But I'll tell you right now, it was for a hardcore match. It was entertaining. And if PCO really is retiring soon, then it's a good send off for him. So
Arrivederci, sir.
Right. Actually, a side note here. Sauce. Check this out right here. Check this out. Look because I have my big gold on me. My big gold is matching my hair.
It's blurring.
It is blurred the lines right now. It's blurred. Psych.
It's like one of those things you stare at and it has another picture inside of it.
Oh my gosh. So as for a match, oh no.
I'm kind of with Sauce.
Oh no. All right. You know what?
Peach. Yeah. You know what? No, I'll give it 2.
Oh, he gives it 2.
It's on the same level as that main event.
I'm gonna give it 1.5. 1.5. So not quite cheeks, just because there was a couple spots here, and also PCO doing his damnedest, for God's sake, in this match. Oh my gosh. Oh, so yeah, give it up to PCO and retire. You know what's gonna happen though? You know what's gonna happen? Like Nick Gage is gonna call him and be like, "Let's have a match, man." He's like, "Okay," but no.
I got my pizza cutters.
Oh my God. Please don't. Oh gosh. So moving on. moving on, fellas. Unless Sauce has many more things to talk about with the
No, I can kill this.
He put the cheeks. I think he's ready to move on.
So we have this match, which I was very hyped for, and I was very surprised that this ended up being as good as it was. For the tag team championship, you had ABC Austin, Ace Austin and Chris Bay from Bullet Club versus the Rascals, or Sauce says the Radicals.
I literally thought they said Radicals when I was typing.
It was very funny last week. He's like, Radicals are back?
Did Perry Saturn get picked in the game?
Oh my gosh. Please.
If he
brings Moppy back, then I'm fine with it, right?
It was before or after
the dress thing?
No, it was before. It was literally a copy of the WCW Chavo Guerrero thing.
It was exact Pepe. With Pepe. Yeah, because Russo was like, that's gold right there.
It worked. We could put this in here too. No, wrong.
So this was for the tag team championship. Feaster Fired allowed him to have this tag team title match. Hold on, we got Flying Wiener coming out. Flying Wiener. So, and I like this match. Sauce, what did you think? Were you?
This was actually one of the few standout matches I actually enjoyed.
Yeah,
and mind you, we saw these guys at Rhino's promotion, so which was even, which was even better. So, this was what these guys get? They got about 12, 14 minutes?
Believe it or not, 9 minutes and 49 seconds.
Man.
So I'm very confused because I was looking this up here, and it seemed longer. It seemed like you said, it seemed like more like 12, 14 minutes because they had a really good rhythm. They were really in sync with each other.
You can tell when teams know each other.
Exactly, and that's good, but less than 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Something happened. The audible might have been called that they said we need you done in 10 as opposed to
hold on. The monsters are doing some more things. You guys are going to have to shorten down this spot fest. Might have been a spot fest. It was enjoyable for being a spot fest. That's my only gripe about the match is it was kind of a spot fest,
especially near the end there when they're getting ready to kind of soup up. It's literally kind of a video game. I always like that analogy that they have 3 specials and they're like, here we go, special,
all of them,
go.
You scored all of them for right now.
And then the other guy's trying to hit the reversal.
I can't do it, damn it! Yeah.
Oh gosh, it's more realistic than you think, but.
Oh sure, yeah. It's Spike Dudley doing a jackhammer slam.
Hey, the new games, you can't do it. The new games, you're not. If you're that underweight, they won't even allow you to do it.
That's good.
Didn't that one crappy wrestling game let you be able to do it?
What? Here we go.
One crappy wrestling game that came out on Nintendo 64.
Here we go.
What?
The one.
No, I know he's talking about the best wrestling game ever released.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. And by the way, that hypes up our November 7th episode, which is going to be all about video games for wrestling. The wrestling video games, the best, the worst, the funniest, the weirdest.
Def Jam.
There we go.
For New York.
Oh, hey, I'll take that over wrestling. I'll take that over.
It's more of a fighting game than a wrestling game.
It is a wrestling game. But there's a ring, dude.
There is a ring. I'll give you that. Okay. You know what? I'll give you that right there.
See, they had Mutant League football, Mutant League hockey. How come they didn't have Mutant League wrestling?
Boom. There's the idea. Let's write it up, guys.
Patent pending.
Patent pending. We got this. Mm-hmm. No one steal this idea.
I think we could.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever been such a thing.
I like it. Oh, and of course, yes, Puppy.
The podcast mascot.
I know, right? Sometimes he wants up and sometimes he doesn't. No, he just wants to watch.
Acting producer Bruce.
Yep. Thank you, Bruce.
Producer Bruce.
Producer Bruce.
Buddy.
But so, anyways, with this match, yeah, it was good, and I'm with you on that. And here we go. Bruce is here with us. Hey, buddy. So basically, I think 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, seems odd, but that could have been with all the matches based off of what I'm reading now for these other ones. It seems like everything kind of went short, and that could be because they wanted to have a longer
main event. The main event was so long either.
The main event was 22 minutes long.
Well, that's 10 minutes too long for that.
So for this match, though, I'm gonna have to give it for what it was. I'll give it 3. I'm gonna give it 3. So
I got you.
I'll give it a 3.5.
Okay, all right. Oh, Keith, he loved the grease. So all right, I like it. I like it there. So then we have the blacked out match. No, is that the blackout match with Bray Wyatt? Rest in peace and LA Knights. Oh God.
Hey, listen, the real winner was Uncle Howdy.
I know, right?
Here comes the Howdy.
So we're gonna go to our next match.
This is tied for my favorite match on the card.
So it's the Impact Championship match, Kenta versus Chris Sabin. This was actually the opening match of the night. Good idea to do that. X Division,
absolutely.
X Division for TNA Impact has always been the cornerstone of the business. I mean,
you say what that you will. The best wrestler has the Impact title. I mean, the X Division title.
Well, yeah, I think if I remember correctly, he's like an 8-time champion, I believe.
Maybe less than that. I mean,
I don't know. Last thing I read, I thought it said.
Oh, here comes. We need our fact checker.
I know. I'm not sure if he's available.
Bronson on the case.
I got you, boys.
All right. But with this match, it was pretty good. My only gripe I had was the fact that I like Kenta, but obviously, if people that are wrestling fans are familiar,
we called this match exactly how it was going to go.
Kenta, is the originator of the GTS, the go to sleep finisher. He's still in the Bullet Club, but the GTS, of course, as everyone knows, was then adopted by Mr. Phil Brooks.
Phil Brooks adapted a lot.
Gentlemen.
And
he is 1-time World Heavyweight Champion. He is 3-time Tag Team Champion. And he is 10-time X Division Champion. And I cannot hear you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, just bear with us for just a moment. But yeah, Sabin, 10-time champion. I mean, he's up there putting up Chris Jericho numbers as far as mid-card. So, but all
right. We are back. We're back, baby.
Oh, you turn out the music.
I know, right? I know.
Look, man, Sabin deserves to carry that title. He is a great worker. I have known him since when I first started. Great wrestler, great person, just solid. And I always like watching him wrestle.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Always been a fan. The match was pretty good, except for, again, like I was mentioning before.
I knew Kenta wasn't going to win.
The show being in Chicago, of course, because, they don't know any other cities to go to, apparently. But the problem
Kalamazoo.
Yeah, Kalamazoo. There we go. That'd be fun.
Kalamazoo. Woo.
Anyway,
Kalamazoo.
The fact is, he kept teasing, I'm going to do the GTS.
There was at least 5 teases in that match.
Yeah, at least 5 times. They were, teasing to do it. And at the end, I'm like, he's going to lose now. It was just...
Kenta's solid, too. I love watching him wrestle as well. I was looking forward to this match a lot.
Yeah.
I give it 4. I give it a 4.
Okay. All right. For me, I'm going to have to give it a 4 as well. I'd have to give that a 4. The match, just giving you a time frame, too, 11:28. 11:28.
Yeah, that's criminal. That match goes 11:28.
I think every X Division matches should have a minimum of 15 minutes. I think.
Right. But the thing was, this one wasn't all spots. That's what I liked about it.
Yeah, it was not.
It was not all spots. A lot of X Division matches kind of just devolve into spots. It's just nature of the beast with this.
Hey, Doc, do me a quick favor. How long did this match go again?
11 minutes, 28 seconds.
Okay. So, I want to do, because I think this is something new we're going to start doing.
Yeah.
Putting the times in there.
Well, I always think it's very interesting because when you watch a match, especially if you're really into it, you really lose track of how long it is.
Yeah.
But if you hate the match, it could be like a 5-minute match. And you're like, this is taking forever.
Real quick, give me a rundown on the times of the matches real quick.
All right. So their main event, Shelley versus Alexander, was 22:32.
Okay, hold on. 22:32.
The gauntlet match went 28 minutes, 56 seconds.
So you expect that with that, though, because there's a lot of supervisors.
Exactly. You have to.
28 minutes and what?
56 seconds.
On the dot.
And then Monsters Ball.
Monsters Ball was 7 minutes. I apologize.
7 minutes.
No. Actually, no. The Monsters Ball match was 11 minutes and 9 seconds. So you're telling me that
That was way too long.
Was longer than the tag team title match.
Yeah.
By like 2 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, they ended up.
Well, how long? I know the tag team match was 9 minutes and what?
9 minutes and 49 seconds. So what? Who made that call, guys? Who made that? PCO was like, I want to do another move here, guys.
I know who made that call.
Scott Demore, baby. Let's
Yeah,
go.
pretty much.
Mr. Demore. Oh, how funny. Oh, funny. But let's see. We got here for the match. Oh, so you put on there. So you Sauce got 3 and a chop. 3 headlocks and a chop from Mr. Sauce.
I thought it was a pretty solid match. I mean, I think the main, as far as it getting just a little half, just a chop, only because it was the opener, and I feel like it was a good call to set the tone for the rest of the evening.
Yeah. Well, X Division being an opening match really good. I wish it was on, like, if you got this show, which is Bound for Glory, and Bound for Glory is supposed to be your biggest show, and I get it. Slammiversary in the few years has been kind of that too, but this is the 19th iteration of Bound for Glory. This should have been Ultimate X. And people love Ultimate X, and the fact that this wasn't some kind of stipulation, but Ultimate X is like your thing. That's TNA Impact's thing. And it would have been great to see other people in this match and, to really fight it out for the belt. Still have Saban win, that's fine, but
Give him a little more of a showing.
Yeah. Very weird. Very weird booking on that, but yeah, we'll see.
Maybe there'll be a return match. Who knows?
There might be.
I don't see Kenta coming back anytime soon.
Right. So moving on, we do have the Impact Knockout Championship. The champion, Trinity, versus one of my favorites, of course, Mickie James. Always been one of my favorites. I'm not going to lie on that. And I'll tell you right now, this was...
I don't know who won this match.
You don't. So Trinity retained the title in a 11-minute and 59-second wrestling match. A little short, but the problem is if you notice, everything's kind of short.
Yeah, I tried to keep this pay-per-view under an hour and a half.
Well, especially when it ended, then they had the big promo at the end that took up like 10 minutes.
No, I just watched the matches. I didn't see the promos.
The promo. What I mean by promo is at the end of the show, there was this. We even turned it off because I thought it was just like for the next show, and it was a big promo, and that was the promo of them telling them that TNA is coming back.
Okay.
You can actually find it online, but it actually aired after the last match, and then like they took 15 minutes to like just say that, oh well, we're going back to TNA. I'm like, cool, okay.
TNA's coming back. Brought to you by Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal Pepsi and Surge. But so with this match here, it's a double-edged sword. I was very happy to see because Trinity's finally getting like actual talent to work, and I'm not saying that she hasn't. Her title reign hasn't really been anything to hold on to.
She's made people look good, like people that like just aren't there yet. They threw what they could at her.
Yeah,
and Mickie James is a vet. She
is a vet.
She
really is, and there were some cool spots in the match. There were a couple times, in my opinion, there was some little slowdown, as I like to refer to it in women's matches, where it kind of looks like they're slogging through.
Yeah, that's a big problem I had.
Yeah, we're not saying you have to be high flying and running the whole time, but if you look like you're just like barely jogging to hit the ropes or hit a move, it really takes away the impact. There we Oh, it's okay, buddy. He's like, what was that? He woke up.
Like it.
Brutus woke up. He's like, hey guys. So how I look at it was, yes, the moves that happened were pretty good. It was when they started doing the roll reversal thing where they were rolling and reverse, and that.
If you have scoliosis, don't do that move.
We'll check your back.
Producers,
we'll check your back.
Stole my title.
The producer's back. Go get the producer, Brutus. So, but basically, that's how I looked at it. There were a couple cool spots in that match. The one, of course, we got to talk about because I had just explained the spot to Papa Mafia, who had came over to watch the show. So Mickey James, of course, back in the day, had a very infamous spot match with Trish Stratus at WrestleMania. Just saying. And yeah, so basically there was a spot. There was a spot at this show where Naomi and Trinity, put her, head in her butt and like pulled her leg for, and then she pulled back and did the same move, the V shot there. And but it was just the timing because I had just told Papa Mafia 30 seconds before about that. Her previous
and
spot.
I guarantee you lost it too.
Well, yeah, because it was, it's one of those things where people are like, "Oh, we know what you did."
Oh,
I get that. I get that reference.
I get that.
I get that
Flying
reference.
Monkeys, then.
So, as with the match, though, I thought it was weird too. She won with a submission. That was interesting.
Yeah, she won with a submission.
Yeah. I don't think Naomi ever used a submission in WWE or the Trinity. I know. Come on, Trinity. It's hard. So it happens.
I moaned backward.
So if she's starting to use a bigger like repertoire moves, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
You should when you're a champ.
It looked like where she stretched her out on the ground and she kind of choked her out.
The body bone arrow.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
It kind of almost looked like what AJ Lee does, except on the ground. She would do it standing and choke him out. So
it's a good move. It's good. It's a good submission.
Yeah. The match, like I said, 12 minutes, 11:59, whatever. Same. I would have assumed it would have been a little longer, but I think at that point, Mickey James was she was already maybe like topped out, gassed out. She may be a little gassed, but they still put on a pretty good show, a pretty good match. And so to me personally, I have to give it a 4. I'll give it a 4.
I give it a 3.5.
Yeah. But I'm also a little biased because I like Mickey James because she still looks good and she's still a good match. So
yeah, I definitely agree. Like these women definitely did their thing, but I think the only thing that hurt the match for me, as far as it could have been 4 headlocks, but the main reason why it got 3 for me because there were moments where you look at it and it was just like a slog.
In the mud. You're in the mud.
Yeah. And then it got to the point, but then when they kicked it back up, it was like, okay, we're back at it. But like it's just certain, when it comes to like, as far as matches, sometimes that slowdown can help you, but sometimes it can really hurt that match. Because we've seen slowdowns where, people have had a standing ovation. And the main one I remember was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and the 50,000 times they fought each other.
Yeah.
And at one point, they was basically just kind of sitting there, just kind of looking at each other out of breath, and the whole crowd just got up and just erupted.
Yeah.
And then there's other times where you see, Mark Henry and Big Show.
Well, there you already
like, the whole thing. Even when they slow down, you just like, Jesus Christ, this is over. But this is one of the things. Sometimes it helps you. I say it makes the match better. Sometimes it can like kind of hurt the match.
Yeah, I'd have to agree for sure on that. For sure.
I mean, it could be worse. So far, I think the worst slog moment we've had is from the former NWA champion.
Tyrus.
Where
oh god,
where what was it? That EC3 was the one that literally sat in the chair in the middle of the ring.
Get up.
Here's the Tyrus to finish having his 3rd heart attack.
Yep. So EC3 is the NWA World's Champion, but he beat Tyrus, for God's sake. A guy who never defended the belt one time. So there you go.
Yeah, that's how bad. That's how bad it was.
It needed like somebody to show it off on shows.
Oh no, I get that. That's
what it was.
I get it. I get that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it on that. Let's see. What's your?
Oh, I said 3.5.
Oh, 3.5 from this guy.
Yeah,
3.5. Okay. All right.
Trudge, but there was some chain wrestling in there, and besides spots, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I gotcha. Now we move on to, arguably one part of the match of the night.
That was a match of the night. Ospreay's match.
Will Ospreay versus Mike Bailey. So, let me just say right off the bat, this match, every single person watching knew Will Ospreay's going to win. But at least in this match, near the end, near that the third act of the match, you had thought for a sliver there that Bailey was going to win. and that's good. If you can do that in wrestling, that's insane. That tells you how these guys' work ethic. If anybody's, I know most people don't watch like Impact or that might not know who Speedball Mike Bailey is. Look up some of his matches. This guy right here is a workhorse. He can work. He can move.
He's like Tyson Kidd. He's a lot like Tyson Kidd and what I view it as.
Yeah, that's still just damaging right there to think about what he could have been. He could have been, you know.
There's a lot of people associate with the Hart Dungeon what they could have been, like Teddy Hart. He was such a weirdo.
He is such a weirdo. Oh my God, he's such a weirdo. Oh Lord.
But no, Tyson Kidd got. I mean, I don't know who hurt him.
Samoa Joe.
Of course he did.
He did the muscle buster, and it just hit him the wrong way, and it was game over for him. Yeah. So, but anyways, with this match, Ospreay writes itself. You already know what you're going to get from him, and these guys worked. I mean, and the stiff hits from both.
Oh yeah,
to each other.
They're strong style all the way.
The kicks, the hits. I mean, it was insane to see some of these moves go off, and then of course, the third act comes, and once it started, it went. You know, you had
you didn't see a suction cup body this time.
No cupping on the no.
He looked like a Dalmatian.
Oh my God.
Whatever works.
Yeah, it was something else though. An Ospreay hit Mike Bailey, with for the forearm. I call it a forearm. He kills him. It's basically his hidden blade in front.
Yes.
And then goes for the power bomb, goes into a Hurricanrana pin. That was Mike Bailey does what was it? Moonsault knees to his chest. Like that just looks rough. You can't really block that. Like that is when you're taking.
You gotta go like that.
Tighten up,
and just hope they don't hit your liver.
Oh yeah, I tightened up. It's still like okay, still feels like mashed potatoes. It's okay. It's okay. And the mashed potatoes are always fine here on Diners, Drive-Ins. Sorry, gotta get in character. Still working on it. In case
you viewers out there are understanding, he's gonna be Guy Fieri for Halloween.
Listen. As the guy let the guy of Flavor Town lay the smack down.
Yep. There we go. I like it, Sauce. But yeah, this match though, I mean, it was one of those things where I would show this match off to people that are not big wrestling fans just to get them more entertained into it. Like obviously there's the Ospreay Omegas and then like Okada versus Omega or something.
Kenta versus
Kenta. Yeah. So but this match, because I like, especially pushing Mike Bailey.
Mike Bailey. He deserves a good push. He's good.
So it was a very, very good match. I know Meltzer was already like just foaming at the teeth, like, God. Oh,
well, y'all saw it. Well, y'all saw it in the Discord.
I did see that. I did see it in the Discord. It was fun.
To give you some context, Mr. Guy. Meltzer gave them 5 and 3/4 rating.
You can't do 5 and 3/4. 5's the top, isn't it?
No. According to Meltzer, was it 7?
Meltzer gives plus 5 stars all the time. If you're New Japan.
Dude, that guy Meltzer's a clown, man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, but we actually allow it as well. It's extreme rare circumstances, but we can get meet worthy matches for sure.
I'd give him a 4 on this match.
The match for me is a 4. This is a 4 headlock for sure. 4 headlock, bam. Yeah. So it definitely was. It was worth it. The time was worth it. It was worth watching. And again, I would show this match off to anybody. And they gave them, this was the longest match of the night, singles match. Well, I guess any match, not counting the gauntlet, at 17:58.
That wasn't a title match.
I apologize. Well, the main event was 22. You're right. Well, I forgot we're not talking about that. But we're not talking about that.
How long was this again?
This match was 17 minutes and 58 seconds. So,
when it comes to Ospreay matches, I thought this was a pretty solid match. One thing I was surprised is how I didn't necessarily think it was going to be a squash match, but I was really surprised how Ospreay was basically. It was almost like Ospreay was letting Bailey basically just take control of most of the match, and Ospreay was just on autopilot to like the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, and that's smart. That's good for him to do that because everyone knows Ospreay. They know what this guy can do. He doesn't need to prove anything at this point.
You got to get to that point in your career where you can do a clothesline, a body slam, and they'll go freaking nuts.
Yep,
that's the name of the game, man.
It really is.
Then you come into a show like you do your clothesline, you do your body slam. Like hell yeah. Do I got a bump tonight? No. Cool.
Yeah. Now that's here's my paycheck. Here's your paycheck. Yeah. Okay, here you go. That's the job.
That match was really good. I enjoy watching Ospreay wrestle. I mean, I've always have.
Now, what I think is going to end up happening is this is kind of a pushing towards the future because again, we are in October and January is coming up soon. January being New Japan's Wrestle Kingdom show, the first week of January.
Yep.
We already know because he is still the IWGP United Kingdom belt champion. That belt will be defended. Now, whether or not it's against another match against Omega,
I doubt it.
I doubt we already know that would be money, but maybe somebody else.
Yeah,
Brian Danielson.
I would love to see him win.
What about that? I mean, I'm into. I would love to see that. Wrestle Kingdom, Ospreay, Danielson, and it's like, give it to me. I need my body is ready.
My body is ready.
I will drink 4 monsters to stay away from it.
I don't know.
I will bring the case of Monster because it's like the beer, the monster, beer, monster. Let's go.
Then the heart attack. And then,
revive. Let's go. We're back. Rally.
I read somewhere. I'm not quite sure I read it though, but I mean, like with NWA getting that CW, CW program. They're getting their own wrestling show on CW.
Yeah. So for context,
like did it any as far as time slot or anything?
Nothing announced yet. What they announced was because Billy Corgan, who was in charge of NWA, which is just it's just so funny because he was part at one point with TNA at one point. Yeah. So now, so it's on.
Then you realize he kind of jumped ship when he saw how kind of was getting managed in there,
right?
Yeah.
So he's on. So NWA's got a show, a contract where they're going to have 2 shows. One is a wrestling show, the Power Show.
And that's like a reality show.
Yeah, kind of like a reality show, but they have no time slots. As long as it's not like the Ring of Honor time slot of like 3 a.m. on Sunday.
Oh God!
On Sundays,
I read somewhere.
Oh, they did ROH.
Yeah, the old ROH, like where they would have like again, it was crazy.
With it happening, that I read somewhere that like AEW and Impact are not going to let these swapsies happening anymore.
Probably not. I mean,
because they're like kind of like, we got our talent, you got your talent. People are getting locked down like it was back in the day.
Yeah, and I'll tell you right now, the only people that will be like allowed to jump over probably is in like New Japan, and those will only be for special events.
Yeah, like New Japan and AEW. I think it'll be a working relationship with those two.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll be like NWA also because there isn't an NWA faction over there in Japan, but I don't think it'll be like New Japan. It'll be
correct.
Like wrestlers.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. Because I hate seeing like Impact and AEW switching guys all the time. It was stupid. Like the Anderson brothers showed up over there.
Yeah, that was more so. I think they wanted them to have the belts and everywhere.
Yeah.
And so I was a fan of that, but then look what happened. WWE said, nope, we'll lock you down, and now you can't go anywhere now.
No?
They did, actually, correction, they did let them go work a show in December for New Japan. Again,
they did the same thing with Shinsuke and Nakamura with the Noah show when he retired.
And again, special circumstance. We're talking about KJ Ray Muta,
retiring.
That's a big show. That's a big thing.
I want to work that show.
Right.
Let me do it. No, okay, sure. We'll loan you out.
We do have another chat here from Chad. He's got breaking news. The debut of Lexis King on NXT tonight.
For those of you not in the know, who is this guy?
Brian Pillman Jr. So, and I know people can say all they want about hating his name. His name makes sense. He wrestled under this name before he was, went anywhere else in the Indies, and it's off of his sister and his siblings.
I just hope they name like if he ever comes out with Brian Pillman Jr., be like the Loose Cannon Part 2, like Lethal Weapon Part 2.
Loose cannon in her.
Cannon.
I like it. So as for a rating for the whole show, just in general,
I give the ring. Nah, I'm just joking. I give it a 3.
I agree with a 3. What? Oh, 3? Are we triple threat? Oh boy! There we go, baby. There we go. Oh gosh! Now I don't like it now because triple threat was like Shane Douglas, Bam Bam Bigelow,
well, you don't like Shane Douglas?
And Canyon.
No, it wasn't the triple threat.
Oh no, not Canyon. Candido. Thank you. The Jersey Triad. DDP, Canyon, and Bam Bam.
I like that one. That was a heel group that did not get enough recognition.
Yeah, you're right.
It's only because Canyon sounded like Sylvester the Cat. Thuckatash.
Okay, Roman. Roman.
Yeah. Bad news. Didn't Darren Drozdov die today?
He passed away a few weeks ago.
I
Yeah.
I didn't acknowledge that.
Yeah, it's unfortunately there's a lot of wrestlers that we've lost over the years. So we try to we always try to bring them up whenever we're able to. Uh-huh. So one thing to talk about since we're done with the show that we kind of glossed over last week or when they announced it, but I just want to get your opinion on this for a few. Sting made his announcement that he is retiring, or I apologize, his last match is at Revolution in March of 2024.
Against who?
It's not announced. He just announced that his final match will be for AEW. Now he's in AEW and he's saying it there. Now this is all happening at probably Will Steven's match. He announced months ago that this year was going to be his last year, but because of the kind of schedule they have, Full Gear is all like next month.
Yeah.
So it made sense that the first show of the year will be in Revolution. Who is he facing, guys?
Ric Flair.
Oh God.
Ric Flair.
Oh God.
I would if Ric Flair there, I would literally go there, fly there in person, try to spend money on front seats and throw a tomato at him if he shows up.
Throw a tomato.
Okay, Vampiro.
What?
Listen, I'll accept anybody except that.
Darby Allin to me makes.
I think he's.
That's what we said at when we was watching the pay-per-view. I said Darby Allin makes the most sense, and I guess if you want, this can go two ways for Darby Allin. Either this is a good way for him to make a heel turn, or you can make this Shawn Michaels Ric Flair WrestleMania 24 moment.
Yep, you could do that. Even Bryan Danielson. Maybe have him face him.
That's like your go-to guy, isn't it?
Well, I mean, because he's had a resurgence. He's really had a resurgence.
He's awesome, year. And I honestly feel they need to put the AEW title on him, even though he doesn't want it. That's the perfect person to put it on.
They're like, here. He's like, no. I would love to even see a spot like that. I don't want it. You're a champ.
Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No.
I see what you did there. Yeah. I see what he did there.
With the bell.
No. Oh my gosh! Please!
Team Hell No was one of the best tag teams ever.
They
met anger management.
They bet.
Listen, Kane was the best thing that ever happened to Bryan Danielson's career, and we all know what a great wrestler he is. But Kane was him being with Kane was the best thing that ever happened to his career.
Well, it was so great because he came right off that Sheamus kick to the face and losing in 5 seconds.
That right there was just like, we don't like you. You're small. Bye. Yeah. You're small. And we like Sheamus because he's big and
he's a redhead.
And he's so white. He's so blindingly white.
Blindingly white.
Blindingly white. Oh,
jar of mayonnaise.
Oh my gosh. But
hey man, come on. Cena comes up with a zinger every once in a while. That's really good.
So
I'm gonna recall the Wendy's. I damn near lost it that night.
Wendy's.
Yeah, he literally told Sheamus he looks like Wendy's.
Oh, Lord. So what do we got? What are other ideas though? I know we got some ideas. There's got to be. I just feel like if they did Darby Allin as his last match, it just
Edge.
There it is.
He's never had a match with Edge.
Never had a match with Edge. Even when he was in Edge was in WCW for that hot second is Sexton Hardcastle.
I love.
Oh no, I'm sorry. He was Damon Stryker is what he was in WCW.
Jackson Hardcastle was my favorite alias that Adam Copeland had.
Yeah. I can see that. But it would have the storyline would have to make sense. Can't just throw them together and it'd be like whatever.
Well, what? Yeah, I mean,
like the story of Darby Allin makes sense, especially even if he's
like his protege.
Yeah,
even though I don't see it.
But
yeah, I mean, outside the face paint, there's no other connection really.
No,
exactly.
He doesn't do any moves similar to his.
No,
he is he is 1/8 his size.
So what would the ending be? And he gets on top, and you get the camera seeing the front of him crying like, "I'm crying," and he does the coffin drop to him, and but they would have a camera showing his face.
Problem is hit Sting and turn to dust.
Well, what they would do, they would have the camera shot where they're showing.
No, I didn't.
And he'll be like this. He'll be just standing on top.
Yep.
And, he'll just sitting there, just shaking his head like, no, I can't do this. I'm dead.
Gone. It is funny, like he just disappeared.
See, Sting's what, 68 years old?
I thought it was like 65.
Oh no, he's upper. He's
upper.
Oh,
okay. 60s. Oh god, we lost. Well, we lost Sauce. There. We lost Sauce. Sauce. Well, he did the coffin drop, so I think he's gone.
He might be laying on the ground.
Hey, Sauce is still here.
He said, "Hey, we see your thumb. Good job."
So Sting is 64 years old.
Uh-huh.
I thought he was a little younger than what you said, but there we go. And Sauce is back, baby.
Oh, I know.
But I mean, Darvin, I think is the easy choice. I'm just trying to think. Maybe you could do maybe Jeff Jarrett because of they had a little didn't they have a little bit of history of Impact?
I mean, they had history in WCW too.
They did.
Right.
Oh, holy crap! A wild slap nuts just appeared. Oh god, a wild.
You got hair like him, so.
Oh no!
I mean, all the guys from WCW, they're all most of them are too old and decrepit to all his rivals and over there.
Jeff Jarrett, I mean, he can still move in the ring and put on a good match.
Well, I'm really sorry. At this point, I'm just trying to think about
Juice Robinson.
Okay.
Hey, let's go.
Anytime
I give me some Juice Robinson, hey, I'm down for it. But I'm just trying to think. I'm throwing WCW out the window. So now I'm just thinking all the rivalries and stuff that he had in TNA. Maybe something can be reignited for that last match.
Kurt Angle, have him come out of retirement for this match.
I love Kurt Angle, but I don't want to walk. I don't want walking cardboard fighting a dinosaur.
Perk Angle.
Oh gosh, I don't think he's be doing that anymore. I hope not. I really hope not. Oh my god,
just doing dives off his garage for no reason.
Angle front flip onto Abyss.
Oh my gosh.
No, he's doing angle flips off his garage to his Toyota Prius.
Drive a Prius.
That's so small and he's so big for it. So he looks like Mr. Incredible in his car when he was driving it.
I say Bowser from Mario Kart, but the other
it's like, oh god.
So right now, my go-tos, granted, I mean, Jeff Jarrett just did one for Flair. I can see him doing another one for Sting, except this one will go 10 times better.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, Jay Lethal was the one that was really wrestling, but
Yeah, I agree. So that's some good. There you go. Some good choices there for the Stinger, the icon, the legend, and the weeks coming up to that, we're gonna get Sting montages and probably other tag matches and stuff happening.
You're gonna see so many heels come out and badmouth him just to get cheap heat in the coming weeks.
Right. Oh yeah.
I mean, by footage, the only thing they can show is Impact, I think. Because they can't really show no WWE. I mean, they really can't show no WWE footage.
They can't really show Impact either. It's Impact's footage. I mean, they don't have.
Yeah, it's hard when they get around that. It's funny, that you just mentioned that. It's when TNA inducted Earl Hebner into their Hall of Fame because he did. Because at that point he was there for a while. Just like how the fact that Kurt Angle, Sting were in Impact longer than they were.
How, but it's ridiculous.
Well, they showed clips very zoomed in. We broke Sauce apparently.
Okay,
it's my amazing delivery as it breaks Sauce every time.
There you go.
I get it. No.
Bam,
I get it. No. Earl Hebner had been with WWE for years. Here's your gold watch. You retire. I'm gonna go.
Impact. Yeah, TNA. Yeah.
Well, you worked for 2 months. You worked for 2 months here. You're in our Hall of Fame.
Right.
Yeah, we get it, man. The hand has skills.
They showed like clips of him, but it was like zoomed in just on him, so you don't see anything else around him. You just see like
pictures of him from high school.
I still don't get it though about how like you look at refs now and they're all jacked because they have to be because they take bumps. This guy was like doughy.
Yeah,
and he was getting thrown over the ropes, killed by everyone.
Charles Robinson,
Little Nate, baby. Hey, I've always been a fan. That mother ran that fast at WrestleMania, and he, without falling, and then got in the ring flawlessly to make that.
I did a tag match with Rikishi Fatu versus Men on a Missions Mo.
Yeah,
and a guy named Gravedigger. Yeah, I know he's
named
after a monster truck. So anyway, and Mike Kyoto was our referee.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, he wasn't really built either, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't. Yeah, you're right. Like Nick Patrick wasn't, stuff like that.
Yeah, Nick Patrick's kind of fat.
Yeah. Oh, my neck hurts. Nick Patrick. the evil ref.
Well, Danny Davis. Danny Davis had the evil ref gimmick before him.
Well, yeah, but
he was little too.
It wasn't until the NWO thing where he's like, I'm part of the NWO too.
Well, part of the '80s was like, it's like when they chose referees in the '80s. It was like what they did with American Gladiators. They never put a contestant on American Gladiators that was a bigger guy. It was always somebody small. This is a 175-pound accountant from San Fernando.
I will say, though, the episode with Rico Constantino is great because he was jacked and he won that. He won, but he was good. But he was, I get what you're saying, though. Everyone was smaller. He was pretty jacked, though. I remember just seeing, like, this guy's going to. And it was funny because that's his real name. Like, you hear that name, you're like, that's a great stage name for
Rico
wrestling.
Constantino's a journeyman.
Yeah.
He did so many things in his freaking life.
Yep. Yeah.
Awesome.
I just still thought like some people have a cool name, and it's like that's your real name.
That's like the coolest name ever, actually. Like, you can't use their name from WWE. It's my real name, Dick.
Yeah.
Hey, that's like what's the name? WNBA Cheryl Swoops. It's like that woman was designed to play basketball. Like,
right.
Yeah,
that's a good point. It's like what the heck? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's fun. That's some fun time right there.
He's a good Joe.
But so that's pretty much all I had, guys. Unless Sauce, you had anything like besides your new lighting setup, which looks nice. You look very nice, bright, and we can see the shoes. Well, they look good. So, yep.
Hey, I got my right hand up this time.
You got the right hand. Yay!
I almost threw that up.
There we go.
But I'm ready for the heat of the week if you boys are.
Okay, I like it. So heat of the week, as we always said, something cool, good, fun that we like, wrestling-wise, promo, match, all the above. This guy, what you got?
I would say my heat of the week has nothing to do with Impact.
No, it could be anything.
I know. I would say it was just recently on SmackDown. And it was the teasing of Drew McIntyre joining the Judgment Day.
Ah, yes. Well,
and I think that's a great idea.
Well, they need to do something because right now it's still not confirmed whether he's re-signed his contract because his contract is up early, probably first quarter of 24. So now that he's back, I'd like to see him in these good storylines and see what happens with him, right?
I honestly hope that Crown Jewel, he goes out there, tries to cash in. The Judgment Day turns on Damian Priest, and McIntyre pins and wins the title and joins the fucking Judgment Day.
Ah, there we go. I like it. Yeah. Okay. All right.
More swerves and Tokyo Drift.
Oh my
That's
God.
right, but you need that. I mean, they're always trying to impress the Saudi prince because he's the one that likes wrestling.
He's like.
And he also recently learned that in 2018, Yokozuna passed away.
Who did? The Saudi prince. You just learned it.
Oh yeah. You don't know about this? So one of the first shows they did in Saudi Arabia,
he wanted
Yokozuna. He wasn't kidding. He really thought he was still alive.
And they paid me enough. I will put the weight on and wear the diaper.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, it was crazy. They really, I mean, oh my gosh. That's where all the jokes became from, like all the deceased wrestlers, stuff like that. Oh, my God.
That's right. You know what? I seen something about those, and I never really understood the reference, and I just didn't have enough energy to like dig into it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, now it makes a lot of sense.
Well, that's why Undertaker always kept coming back, because they want him. He can be retired and gone. Nope. We want the Brothers of Destruction to come back against DX. Oh, so horrible match. So horrible. And then we want him back again to face Goldberg. Another terrible match.
I honestly thought that Goldberg killed The Undertaker in that match.
Again, that match, I still have a caveat. The match was bad. Here's the problem. The match was 100 plus degrees in the ring when they were wrestling. Michael Cole and them said they were like sitting there and had the thing saying
they have indoor air conditioning there.
Well, no, because they have the open the stadium.
Oh,
there.
Yeah.
So 100 degrees, and they're not even. And then those guys aren't wrestling. Then these guys are dying in the ring. These old dinosaurs. So I give them just that little reprieve. Not much, because Goldberg is Goldberg, but the fact that it's 100 plus degrees and I got to wrestle, and of course I'm going to be screwing up. I'm sweaty. I barely can pick you up because I can barely breathe.
That's why they condition, man, so they can do that stuff.
I know, but 100 degrees for wrestling, no one's really getting asked to do that. So yeah, that's something. Anyways, that is not my heat of the week. Nah.
Well, yeah.
But no, heat of the week's got to be, even though I'm not happy that LA Knight is getting pushed this fast for a world title, the promos have been golden. Especially
that was my second runner-up right there.
Yeah. The promos he's had where he was berating Paul Heyman, who is just fantastic, like selling into it. It's just so good. It's so good seeing it, and
Are you shitting your pants? Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, that's it. We all know he's not going to win. I just hope the match on November 4th at the Crown Jewel, that's a dusty finish or something. Disqualification. Anything. Just don't let him get pinned and lose clean. Just don't. That's it. That's all
I don't think it will, because Reigns dominated him by hitting him with that spear the other day.
Yep.
And he hasn't gotten it back yet.
Yep.
Yeah, they're not going to eat him up like that. I don't think.
Because next week's show would be like the go home show for it. So, yeah. That's what I say, though. That's what I got. But, man.
Mr. Bronson.
So, my heat of the week, this is going to sound kind of basic, generic, almost like pumpkin spice latte.
I was just going to say that. Because you said basic.
But I'm going to say, after watching Impact pay-per-view, I was doing some thinking, and my heat of the week is just pro wrestling, just in general, in its current state right now. Because the next day, hung out with a buddy. You got to catch up. It had been a couple months. And he just, he hasn't been watching wrestling, like that. He's more of like casual. When I say casual, he, dabs in every couple of years, see what's going on. And he asked me how pro wrestling, what's going on as far as like wrestling. I said, wrestling, honestly, even after watching, Bound for Glory, I always refer to Impact as a redhead stepchild of pro wrestling. But I'll say wrestling in general is in a good space right now. We're in a good place.
It went through years of darkness. It went through years of darkness.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I just broke it down.
At least.
Well, I just broke it down to I said WWE, they're trending the right way, because now the old the old fart doesn't have really much, say so in creative control.
You mean he's not choking the life out of the the entire
Poison. The poison.
You turn around and NWO's will be on the back of yours.
And as far as I say with WWE, Triple H is pretty much, really running the show as far as creative. So, in the show, I told him shows of the product, people happy to be at work and shows of wrestling. I say AEW, it's a good space. I say because AEW is always good. Everybody calls it All Elite Wrestling. I just call it alternative Elite Wrestling, because I told them, that's your gateway to find out other promotions. And I was just telling them, Impact / TNA, they're finding a little resurgence right now. So then, as far as indie wrestling, it's always going to be indie wrestling. So I told them just in general, when it comes to the big three, well, I guess you could include New Japan as big, call it the big four. But as far as
fans over Impact, in my book.
Yeah. for sure.
So when it comes to the big four, I just told him just in general, pro wrestling is in a good place right now. So that's pretty much my heat.
That's a really good one, Sauce. And the thing is I really think that NWA Powers is going to do very well. I don't know, just call it gut feeling, because I heard rumblings that Cardona is going to throw all his weight behind NWA Power, because I know him and leader of the Smashing Pumpkins, Billy Corrigan. Our buddies. They talk all the time.
And actually, it's interesting. You bring up the CW again. So apparently next year, SmackDown for some stupid reason is going back to cable television, which is
the Fox deal, because Endeavor. Endeavor.
I don't want to watch cable. I can just watch it for free on CW.
And if NWA, who they need a strong social media guy who can really get the word out, like, hey, we're on
right here.
Yeah, I'm not that good. No, I'm not that good. I mean, I'm good. I'll be a talker. I'll be good, but I'm not good. The actual the computer work, nah.
But whoever's working for NWA, whoever your social media guy is, get the word out, because that's more eyes on your product as far as just regular television. People don't watch TV like they used to, but it's a good opportunity. Even if you drawn in even if you get five, let's just say you pull it in like 500,000 viewers a week. I think that's good. That's a good way to go. Hell, actually, I say 300. Let's start with 300,000.
Yep.
Because AEW is the one that's pulling 800, 600 to 800 every week. So, and they seem to be doing
$1 million. Don't they?
No, they don't get.
I don't think
they couldn't even get
$1 million once.
Adam Colin's first match.
Okay, I didn't know.
So
yeah,
it just depends. Sometimes, well, that's why TK would always say, "Big announcement on Dynamite every week." Gotta tune in. What's your announcement? I took a shit today.
Yeah.
Good,
amazing.
Good guys.
Was there corn in it?
Was there?
But yeah, that's pretty much what I got.
But any of you in the area, you should go check out in Toledo the 27th. There will be the NWA Sam Hain event. Apparently, tickets are cheap. I'm thinking about going.
There you go.
And check it out, because it's good wrestling. It's really good wrestling. NWA doesn't get nearly enough love.
There you go. I like it. I'm just letting people know we actually do have a website now. It's kind of bare bones at this point. So it's nuclearheatwave.com. Just like that. Just wrote out, no hyphens, no other weird things to do. nuclearheatwave.com. And again, it's a little bare bones at this point, but it has all of our links to all of our socials that we have here, as you can see. And we'll be adding more stuff to it in the future, but just letting people know that we have that.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be a message on there. So now you can definitely, instead of messaging here, you can message that website and let us know about topics you'd like to talk about.
Yes. So there you go. And again, we're always watching all of the stuff, all of the socials here. So definitely post it, whatever you guys like.
Share with your friends. If your grandma remembers Bobo Brazil.
Oh my gosh. My grandma remembered Stan Hansen, and she hated Stan Hansen.
You're supposed to hate Stan Hansen.
Yes,
I've never heard anybody saying, "Hey, I like Stan Hansen," besides maybe Bradshaw.
Bradshaw, he hated him,
and he hated him too.
But with that being said, guys, we're gonna head out of here for the night. Again, as I said, next week for Halloween night, we are not gonna have a show. All Trick or Treaters going to take care of them. But the week after, November 7th, I believe, right, is the day. Let me just double check. November 7th is going to be wrestling video game retrospective. Good, the bad, the ugly, the funny. We're going to have guests here. The what the hell? Yes, there will be there will be blood. Will be blood.
Def Jam Battle for New York. I'll say that every time.
Yeah. There's going to be some anger. There's going to be some yelling. There's going to be...
We may break stuff.
There might be stuff broken. We don't know. But definitely tune in for that. And on that note, I'm Dr. Love. Of course, that's Sauce Bronson. And this guy in the house.
Hey, on that note, listen, y'all be happy, be healthy, be safe, and most importantly, be good.
Thank you for joining us on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dive.